CBS 13 News reviewed hundreds of pages of spending records for Maine's congressional delegation, documented from the smallest taxi receipt to the bottom line, everything from salaries to stamps.
My office I get between 2,000 and 4,000 letters and emails every week. And I feel strongly that those people deserve a thoughtful answer.
By law, senators and congressmen get the same salary, $174,000 per year. But that's just a start. Each also gets an allowance to run their offices, roughly in line with other states. About $2.5 million per year for each senator, $1 million per year for each representative, a number cut in recent years by about 20%.
I think members of Congress recognize that we have to be on the front lines of making the cuts when government is looking for every possible way to cut back.
Not only are not overspending, but wherever possible, we're returning money.
So where does most of the money go? By far, it is staff compensation or payroll. Combined, our delegation has more than 100 full-time workers, with 10 currently making about $100,000 per year or more, but all living in D.C., where the cost of living is about 30% higher than Portland.
In terms of compensation, it's a question of getting the best talent that I can at the most reasonable price, and that's what any manager has to do.
Our review did find some wide disparities for similar jobs. For example, the chief of staff in Pingree office makes $108,000 per year. In Michaud's, it's $132,000. King's, $160,000, while Collins's chief of staff makes almost $170,000 per year. As a general rule, Senate staffers make more.
What I'm proud of is that each and every one of the staffers who works for me shares a commitment to public service and serving the people of Maine as well as possible.
But are they overpaid? A matter of debate, perhaps, but a recent study by the nonpartisan Sunlight Foundation actually found the opposite, that House staff make about 40% less than similar D.C. jobs in the private sector.
When it comes to my staffers, I look for really good people who have experience in the field, who can serve my constituents well, and then I try to pay them well and hope that they stay on, because having experience makes a big difference when it comes to solving problems.
And if you don't have quality people, you're not going to be able to do your job adequately. And since my job is representing the people of Maine, I want the best people I can get.
Now, our investigation did find all 4 members of our delegation returned some of the money from their annual budgets, but they have a very good reason to do that. By law, any dollar over the allowance must be repaid out of the senator or congressman's own pocket.